Hello. We're off on a little back road adventure this morning. So I was on Google Maps this morning and just having a look around the local area. So this is about 5 or 6 miles away from my house. And although the obvious says it's a dead end, we'll see about that. So the likelihood here is that this is really a dead end. And just to be clear, we're not going to do anything illegal. If it says we can't go any further, no vehicular access and all that sort of jazz, we're not going to go any further. But I followed the Google Maps car, you know, where you can see the Google Street View, and it goes right up and the Street View stops, but there are no signs or gates at that point that says you can't go any further. So let's just see how far we can actually get. Tell you what, for somewhere so remote, I've never seen so many cars going up a dead-end road. Today was supposed to be glorious sunshine, and it is anything but that. But it's dry, so that's one thing. But the roads are really slippy. So actually, while I was filming that little intro there, a chap came past with a quad on the back. Sounds to me like he's a local land manager. Certainly works with the Forestry Commission. So he was just saying, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm just cocking about." So he was just asking if I was all right, if I'd broken down or anything. And I said, "No, just out to sort of explore where this goes. I can see it's a dead end, but I'm just going to go up and see how far it takes me and turn round." And he was saying you can actually get to Sanker up here. He said, but it is Forestry Commission and there's gates to go around. He says, but you could probably get round them on the monkey bike. Which isn't what I'm planning to do, to be honest. I want to go as far as I'm allowed to go. But it's just interesting because the Google Street Maps car stopped when, from what I can tell, you didn't need to. There was no reason to stop there. So just a bit of an exploration and to see how far we can actually get. Not quite sure they're supposed to be out there, but that's a lovely farm, or old farm. Not sure it still is. Oh yeah, maybe. So still some properties out in the distance there, so it does get completely remote this very, very shortly. And that's where I think the road is probably going to end. It's probably just access to these properties and that's about it, I would imagine. I think that's the chap I was talking to earlier. He's off away on his quad somewhere. Bit of deer stalking, by the sounds of things. Well, we've run out of tarmac. There's nothing says I can't come this way, by the way. Saw no through road for timber traffic, but I'm not carrying any timber. Well, some might argue I am carrying a bit of timber, especially after Christmas. Yak, yak, yak. Well, that's pretty, isn't it? So we've just passed where the Google Street Map car stopped and turned round. But I've passed nothing that says I can't come here. And I've not gone round any gates. see what this says. No HGVs beyond this point, except for access to private property. Unauthorised HGVs turn here, camera in operation. Well, I'm not an HGV, am I? So I would say we can continue. Well, there you go. That's the end of that. Hello there.
Lone stalker walking about.
Say again?
I've seen a lone stalker walking about.
Well, I passed who I think he was a stalker, but he'd stopped further down.
Yeah.
You know, it's not far back. It's about. I was talking to me. He's got a quad bike on. He's took his quad bike off, and he was away up. It's not the same guy, no. Have you? Yeah, I'm very well, yeah.
That's not a monkey.
It is a monkey, yeah.
He had one.
Do you really?
He just stopped and said, I had one.
Well, he was talking about him. He's got he's an electric bike now. No, it's not him. No. Well, good luck. All right. Well, that was interesting. I thought I was going to get into a debate about what I'm doing here and all that sort of jazz, but no, he just lost his mate. They're out stalking for deer. But anyway, this is the end of the road. Well, it is and it isn't. I mean, I can get round the gate. I could quite easily navigate round, and people have. It's probably just mountain bikes, to be honest. But I'm not going to. Gate's locked for a reason. And I'm not arguing with this lot. So the fact is, I got further than I thought I was going to get. I got further than the Google Street Maps car got. But it is a dead end. Who'd have thought it? My number plate's on show. You're not supposed to do it, so what's the point? Although the two guys who I have spoke to there briefly, they didn't seem to have a problem if I was going to do that. But that wasn't the point of it. Let's just see where it gets to. Are we calling that a failure? No, I don't think so. Nice day out, blew the cobwebs off. Cup of coffee in the middle of nowhere. So that was the Shinnel Glen. and me taking you to the arsehole end of nowhere down a dead end road so you don't have to. It's actually a public service I'm giving here. Joanna Lumley lives down there, actually, by the way. And what's his face from the Kaiser Chiefs? He lives that way. Well, listen, I hope you enjoyed coming on that completely pointless ride with me. And if anything, if it's just wasted 5 or 10 minutes of your time, at least I wasted the hour or so it took to get here and film all this crap for you. Because you now don't have to come here. Although it is very pretty. Ooh, we're getting all you in, McGregor. I'll tell you what, it's bloody freezing, man. So just to be clear, it's a dead end. Oh, gritters are out. Crikey, O'Reilly. Everyone's so friendly. Makes you sick. We'll have to give Bubbles a wash down when we get back. Get the salt off him. Look at that! Well, if you've enjoyed this little mini journey, adventure if you want to call it, give us a little thumbs up, drop us a subscribe. I tell you what, it'd be nice to get to 500 subscribers before 2026, which is about 4 days away. So if you haven't subscribed, click on the subscribe button. Get me to 500 before 2026, and then you can unsubscribe in January. Don't cost you anything, you know. These videos only cost me a wasted day of my life, about 50p of fuel, a teaspoon of coffee, and enough electricity to boil the kettle. But you're welcome, it's a public service. Right, that's me. I'll see you on the next pointless adventure. Adios.